Recording in progress.
All right, everyone, we've got head coach Ben Olsen here for you. Ben, just thoughts on getting 3 points today on the road?
Yeah, just thrilled with 3 points and thrilled with the group's effort overall. We talked about kind of having a road mentality here and understanding that it's always a very difficult place to get anything out of. I've been doing this for a while, and it's always a tricky place to come. You know, whether it's altitude, and they're always big and really formidable on set pieces, and they got some pace. They're a handful, and we had another guy kind of come out of the lineup this week late, so we were down some more numbers, and the group just gave everything for each other. And so, you know, we rode a luck once or twice, but overall I thought we played ourselves into the game, held the fort there in the end. They were really pushing for the win with some substitutions, a lot of forwards and wingers coming in, and just a lot to handle, a lot of balls in the box. But, you know, again, they exposed in transition, and we were able to finish one out. A great play from Artur to get out of that jam and start the transition over to Sebastian, and Sebastian with the perfect ball to Brad to finish it off. So just really excited for the guys. These are road wins in our league are hard to come by, and just thrilled we could get away with here with 3 points.
Great. Okay, we'll start with questions in the room. Joey's actually here in person, so Joey, go ahead.
Hey, Joey. Snuck up on me, buddy.
So another clean sheet without Eric Spiachenko in the lineup. Your thoughts on Ethan Bartlow stepping up these last 2 games?
Yeah, he's been sharp. You know, last game he was the man of the match, and he was resilient today. And his passing, you know, again, he grew into the game. I thought early, by and large, the whole group was just struggling with the ball, the passing, and some of the relationships were just off. So it was a real grind the first half. But a few adjustments, you know, that the players made with us, and second half was much better from us, and Ethan was a big part of that.
Then you got some more offensive reinforcement with Sebastian coming back into the team and Latif Blessing coming in. What are your thoughts on their minutes today?
Great to get Latif on there and Sebastian. Both Sebastian's been out for a good month plus, and any time right now we can get some attackers into the fold, it's much needed. Particularly with Bossi not traveling, it was nice to have Latif today on the bench to come in for Brooklyn, who put in a really good shift. And then Sebastian's a playmaker, so he helped us out. Again, a really quality final ball. He's an international. He knows what he's doing out there, so it was nice to bring some experience into the game.
Brooklyn played out in Coco's position today. Your thoughts on his performance? Do you have any updates on his injury he sustained lately?
He's okay. I think we got out of it without injury, but I think everybody came out with cramps and fatigue, which, again, goes to show you how much they gave for the cause today. And that's, you know, as a coach, that just makes me extremely proud and excited for, you know, these guys to continue to get minutes and find ways to get results.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go to Zoom now. Juan, go ahead.
Hello, Ben. First of all, congratulations on the victory. I wanted to hear on your thoughts on the left side of your team today. Escobar, Aliu, and Brad Smith, all of them put in my opinion, very good shifts. Specifically, Aliu and Brad Smith, both of them have been contributing recently. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that left side today.
Well, they're very different players, Brad and Ibra. We've been bringing in Brad late to shore up leads, but we also know he can join the attack late. You know, he's a guy with good service. He's a little bit more linear than Ibra at times, and maybe less 1v1. But Brad's experience, and he's a winner. So it's a nice luxury to have both of them. And then Franco's a warrior. You know, he's a guy you want to go to battle with. So I will say in the first half, it took us a while to figure out their right side, and you know they quite a bit of joy going in there, a lot of wing progressions, a lot of times backdoor stuff trying to get into our box, and we were in trouble. So we tried to adjust a little bit, and it got better in the second half. But overall, it was never going to be perfect tonight. We a late scratch with Amin, a bunch of guys out, Coco, and so, a lot of the midfield gone. It wasn't going to be perfect, and that was the message. And the guys, again, gave everything. Guys were coming off because they were cramping, and they were just absolutely exhausted. So that's all you can ask for as a coach.
Okay, my last question here, I want to ask you about Jan Gregas. Obviously, he's been stepping in the midfield from Achiache's absence, and in the past 2 games, he's been getting into a little bit of a groove. He's been press resistant for your side. I want to hear how important he's been for y'all and able to play the same way you guys, well, in a similar way to the way you guys have been playing last year.
It's big shoes to fill, and we've made sure he understands he doesn't need to fill them. He just needs to be himself. Play simple. He brings quality and experience to us. He's still learning, who we are and how best to be, effective for our group with the ball and without. But the relationships are starting to come, and he's building confidence, and wins help. When you're on the field and you win, that goes a long way when you're out there for 90 minutes and you put the shift in. So each game, I expect him to continue to get better, but he's been big. But the guy next to him's pretty damn good too. Mention Artur again, but he continues to be a rock for us.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, David, go ahead.
Hi, Ben. First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, David.
I wanted to ask two questions. First off, you spoke a little bit about the road mentality, and we have seen it with the players mention it. I wanted to ask you, how does it feel that the players are embracing it and it's shown off?
Well, the 3 home away games we've had, and I count St. Louis and Columbus in there, they've been good performances, and I think we really have to understand that we may be a little bit different home and away. We may have to change some of the, some of our tactics, and some guys don't want to do that. They want to go, and these guys are cowboys, so they want to roll. And sometimes being a little more pragmatic is the right recipe. And I think we had an okay balance today. Maybe we're too pragmatic at times, but we'll continue to look for the recipe to win on the road. But of course, it depends on who we're playing, what the standings are, what time of year. But what you can't do is go on the road in this league and not be prepared to outwork the opponent and be gritty and resilient. And that's going to be a must on the road every time. So if that mentality's there, you give yourself a chance on the road.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Herman. Go ahead, Herman.
Hey, Ben. Congratulations on the win tonight. Yes, sir. Just wanted to ask you real quick, how does it feel, given all the adversity to start the season, given injuries, given the fatigue, to start climbing and making up some ground on the table? Last week was a huge win, and now 3 points on the road are massive. How does it feel?
It feels good. I mean, last week was a big result for us. I know it was only our 3rd game in the league, but it felt like a real slog, and to that 3 points got us, I think, back to center. CONCACAF, we could close the book on that and really focus in now on the league and trying to move up the table. So I credit the guys; they're into it, and I think the guys have stepped up. Again, there's 4 or 5. If you're looking at starters, we probably have 5 quote-unquote starters out. And for these guys to come in, they understand it's their opportunity to show that they need to be starters. Whether it's Brooklyn or Kowalczyk. Gabe Siegel, I thought, had actually a good shift out there tonight. Ethan Bartlow is a good example. Now he's going to be knocking on my door telling me he needs more minutes. So this is all healthy stuff, and we're building depth, and we do get some guys back. we'll have more competition, and we'll have I think a better all-around group.
And the last one, talking about Ethan's partner, Mikael, fantastic game from him tonight, and he's really stepped up into that role now that Svianchenko missed some games. Your thoughts on Mikael's performance tonight and the clean sheet?
Yeah, Mika's a guy that, if we're putting up clean sheets, he's a big part of it. His ability to cover ground, defend the box is as good as anybody that I've seen in this league, and he's also becoming a good passer and a good controller of the game in possession. So we're lucky to have him, and he's been great. He's a great teammate, and he's got room to grow, which is a very, very good thing for him, because he's playing at a very high level.
Thank you, Ben. Safe travels back home.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Wrap it up there. We'll have Brad Smith available.